You're searching for the right wedding videographer. After this video, you'll have the 21 perfect questions to find the one that's right for you.
Hi there, Lexi and I are going to dive right in, so here we go. First things first, you need to ask them, are you available for our wedding day? It may seem obvious, but if the videographer is not available, they can't be the videographer for you.
Question 2, ask them why they're a videographer. Listen close to their response. Do they care more about you and your wedding, or are they focused on their portfolio and their own career?
Question 3, ask them why they chose to film weddings. Test their level of enthusiasm. Are they washed up from doing wedding after wedding? Or are they looking forward to every single one?
Number 4, ask them if they're full-time or part-time. Full-time wedding videographers have faster turnaround times and are typically more dedicated. But you don't need to raise a red flag just because they're part-time.
Question number 5, when did you become a wedding videographer and how many weddings have you filmed? This 2-part question will help you find the experience sweet spot. A videographer that has filmed at least 20 weddings has a good understanding of wedding etiquette. If you film less than 20 weddings, you want to bet that their work is pretty good before you take the risk on them.
Question number 6. Is the person you're talking to the one who's going to be filming your wedding? Do you want to get to know the person that you're going to be with all day long? Make sure that if they have employees, you get to know the one that you're going to be with.
Number 7, what are your videography packages? If you ask this question, it'll show you the level of confidence that the videographer has in the services they provide. Take note, a quality videographer will make sure that they get to know you first before they talk about anything that they do.
Number 8, ask them, how do you make your highlight films? Asking this question will show you how important it is to them to have your input in the final film. Some companies lean more towards cookie cutter and say, if you come to us, this is what you get. But others will make their films by getting to know you.
Number 9, how long will you be there on our wedding day? Imagine this, you're at your wedding day. Everything's going smooth, but come dinner time, there's a catering snafu and things are getting pushed back around 40 minutes. You're happy because you're fed, but then you look over at your videographer and he's staring at his watch. Although it's not your fault, now you're having to make a decision on your wedding day whether or not you want to pay for extra hours or have your videographer miss your send-off. You want to find a videographer that's not going to nitpick on time.
Question 10, how do you use your drone? You need to look out for this big drone no-no. Flying it overhead during your ceremony. Not only is it illegal, but it's gonna sound like a huge army of bees in the background of your vows. The best time to fly a drone is during getting ready or during the cocktail hour.
Bonus question, ask if they have a drone pilot's license. If they do, you know that they took all the necessary safety precautions laid out by the FAA. Number 11, how will you use our vows and speeches? And how do you get the audio? Bad audio can turn amazing quality footage into a very hard to watch video. Find out what type of microphones your videographer has and see how they will use them in your videos.
12. What is the role of your videography assistant? If you know how the videographer works with their assistant, then you'll understand how they work together. And you'll know which one you're going to be spending more time with on your wedding day.
If you're enjoying the content so far, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Number 13. How do you handle making corrections to the final product? Do you want to have to pay extra money to get that clip of grandma in your final video? Probably not. You should find a videographer that's going to offer free corrections.
Number 14, how will we receive our videos? If you would like a physical copy, you can request it from your videographer, typically for free or a small fee. And most videographers will give you the right to share your video, but we'll ask for a small shout out.
Number 15, what's your turnaround time? Now, we've heard horror stories of couples waiting 5 and 6 months for their wedding film. If you don't want this to happen, make sure you set clear expectations with your videographer on production time.
16, ask them how they handle payment. Wedding videographers, like most vendors, will have a retainer fee when booking, typically between 30 and 50%. Agree with the terms and mark your calendar for that final payment.
17, what happens to my footage after the wedding? Does your videographer send you a hard drive hoping that it doesn't get lost, stolen, or damaged? Do they back up the files just in case? If you're not the type to back up your files, you need to make sure you hire a videographer that does.
Question 18. Ask the videographer, if you were to film your own wedding, what would the highlight film look like? Their answer to this question will show you what they value and the style that they're most comfortable with. If what they explain is close to what you're looking for, they might be the right fit.
Number 19. What type of music do you like to use in your videos? Do you picture one of today's top hits in the background of your wedding film? Because of licensing laws, you might need to find a videographer that's okay with bending the rules a little bit.
Question 20. Would you want to stage any of our shots? Do you want to look back on your wedding and remember all of the pose shots? Or do you want to remember all of those natural moments? Find a videographer that aligns best with your wants.
21. Ask the videographer how they color grade. Color grading is just a fancy term for what a videographer does to make your video footage pop. Knowing if they put a lot of color and filters onto the video or if they keep it as natural as possible is definitely a question worth asking.
Well, this wraps up the 21 questions to ask your videographer. To read the article or get the printable version, visit the link in the description below.
Like and subscribe for more helpful wedding hints and tips. And as always, be blessed, less stress, and plan happy.
Is that too tight?
No, it's good. It'll loosen anyway, it's leather.
Is it red, yellow, or yellow leather?
Red leather or yellow leather?
Red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Yellow leather.